Hey yo, what's the deal? You know who it is. It's the Don. Yeah, Tony Teflon. House Teflon. We pull the strings. Yeah. And this is a Game of Thrones Season 4, Episode 4, Oathkeeper review and recap. You know, I probably should have waited and sat back and really took in everything I could take in and then did this review recap, but I have to do this right now. And this is the reason why. When I give you my reviews, now the first 3 episodes I gave Game of Thrones 7.5. And people were mad at me, asking, well, why are you giving it so low? This is your favorite show, yada yada. And I just give a truthful review, you know what I mean? Regardless whether it's my favorite show or whatever. Still, the review will always be truthful, you know what I mean? If the show is good or not. So 7.5 to me is where it was at. This episode right here gets the bump to 8.5. And now people may even think that's crazy and say, oh, this was a 10, this is a 9. You have to give yourself a place to go. You have to. And that is why you cannot give this thing anything higher than 8.5. But this is a great 8.5 episode. A lot of things happen here. And this is an episode where you can have action. Well, you know, you have a lot of action, a lot of things happen. Not a lot of action, but a lot of jump off stuff happens. A lot of adventure, a lot of intrigue, and still enough action to keep everything rolling and stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna get into this right now. And this is gonna be very hard to be spoiler free. I'm gonna tell you straight up right now. Very hard. I don't know if I can list this spoiler free or not. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm trying to figure it out. We're going to try to do it spoiler free, and if I have to go to spoilers, I will put it down that I have no choice but to go, just because too much stuff jumped off. So as always, I'm not going to try to do even though I'm tempted just to go frame by frame in this episode right here and really just try to break it down. I'm going to try to just stick to the top moments that I've seen that happen in this episode and stuff like that I wrote down. Alright, so we start with Daenerys. And this right here is textbook in general, really textbook, the book, how she took this city and stuff like that. And this is exactly how Sun Tzu says, you know, you take a city to subdue your enemy without force is the way to go, is the height of all triumph, not to lose any man. And she exactly did that by having Grey Worm go in there, and you hear Grey Worm talk about he's from the Summer Isles, and the Summer Isles is where basically the black people is from. You know what I mean? So that's what he's talking about, and that's where she's from. And he is not even trying to hear about going back there at all. He's got his revenge on his mind. He just wants to kill all the slavers. Any slaver he wants dead, and that's what he's about. So he sneaks up in there, gets all dirty and stuff like that, gives these dudes, you know, the weapons, and basically tells them to pull a Spartacus on these cats right now and just go. We got you. Trust me, we got you. It's like before where people said they got you, we got you. Do your job, open the gates, it's over. And boom, that's what happens. I think the hottest scene about that was basically seeing that Targaryen flag right over that eagle. Just like that, just like a conqueror. Boom, that was phenomenal. And stuff like that. That was a great scene, and I was very happy to see it and stuff. So and it was just a great scene, and this is a great episode. So trying to stay true. All right. So next thing we got to basically talk about is that they did not drag out the who killed Joffrey thing. They basically put that right to quash it, let you know exactly who did it. I wondered if they were going to draw it out and stuff like that, and how they were going to do it and stuff like that, but obviously they just let you know exactly what happened. And then you basically have Sansa talking to Littlefinger, Peter Baelish. And the guy who plays Peter Baelish, you know, I like the dude, I do. I liked him when he was on The Wire and he was the Mayor Carcetti. I liked him then. I thought he was cool then. But every time, every year since he's been on the show, he sounded different. Now, his accent is way off. I don't know what he's trying to go for. It's like sometimes I don't know if he thinks he's Dracula. You know what I mean? And I don't know what Dracula he thinks he is either. Is he, is he Bela Lugosi Dracula, or is he? I don't understand sometimes. So it throws me off. This is okay, Sansa. Okay, let me explain. No, you have to be full. I'm not really feeling it too much. It's just not. It just seems. I don't know. It just seems like he's not, or he's just not that good an actor. I don't know. I don't know. But he's throwing off the scene. This scene could be better if it was a better Littlefinger. I hate to say that too, because I like the guy. I do. I liked him in The Wire. Even in Carcetti, I think he did a great job, man. Really good. I just wish he would just use his regular voice. I think that would just make it that much better. But basically, you're seeing Sansa, all right, and Marjorie Tyrell. And basically, this is not a spoiler, but it is, but it's not, all right? It's nothing to do with the outcome of anything in the books. But the way I see Sansa's character progressing throughout this story is that you're seeing right here Sansa and Marjorie Tyrell about to learn two different parts of the game. To me, Sansa's arc and the whole thing for this story is her learning the things that she was supposed to be taught. The first thing was from Cersei. Cersei tried to teach Sansa, tears are not your most powerful weapon. It's between your legs. Learn how to use that. That was that. And the second thing she learned from Littlefinger is, we're all liars and we're all better than you. So I think right here in this scene, you see both aspects of what she was trying to be taught being expressed. So you have Sansa, who is smarter right here and figures out some of the plot of what Peter Baelish had in mind and exposes him on him and calls him on it. And he has no choice but to tell the whole truth. And he's going to marry her aunt in the area. In the Vale over there. And stuff like that, which is going to, make her safe and everything else like that. She wonders why he killed these people and stuff like that. He explains, he just wants everything, period. It's just everything. I want it all. Not a little bit. I want everything there is to have, and I'll do whatever it takes to get it. And he explains, the closer you are to somebody, the easier it is to kill them because they don't think you want anything from them. So that's how he did it. But his time came to an end with them. And so he also told exactly who his partner was, which is Olenna Tyrell, the Queen of Thorns. And I like the way they did the segue right to it. He says the house's names. He goes, my friends, and it's good to give them a seed and see how it can grow. And then you see her go right down. Now, I know a lot of people thought that Marjorie was in on it. Obviously, she was not in on it and stuff like that. She had no idea that what her grandmother had planned. But her grandmother said it straight up. You think I was going to let you marry that monster? So you see exactly how it was done. If you would have paid attention to the scene when she came over and she touched Sansa's hair at the time at the wedding, you could see that the piece was hanging off that empty spot right on her sleeve, right on her gown right there. So you could have seen that she did pull it off, which I didn't see, but I could not say anything because it cannot spoil anything and stuff like that. So it's good that that she told her that, and then she told her the second part of the game, how she was supposed to wed this Targaryen prince, and she was supposed to wed this Targaryen prince and stuff like that, but he was just too frilly. She's more, she likes a man's man. Like, she would like more of a North man to be her husband. That was the it would seem, type of woman she was. She needs someone rugged and rough and tumble like that. You know what I mean? She don't want nobody with you know, with basically she don't want nobody in no designer shoes and slippery socks trying to get in the ass. You know, she wants somebody with some Timberland boots riding up on her. You know what I mean? That can just get some grip on the floor and the feet don't slip and stuff like that. That's the type of man she looking for. You know, she's a Northman more like that, someone more wild. And the Targaryens are more pretty boys and everything else. So she wasn't trying to feel that. So she got this dude, and how she got him was she went to work on him, and she told her granddaughter I was good. I had the swirl. I had it all. I knew exactly. I gave it to him to the point where that's all we couldn't even walk. Broke him down. And that's how I got him. And you're better than me. So you got to do what you got to do. And that's it. And that's the two part of the games right there that I think in the end is Sansa Stark's major arc. And when she learns both parts of those games, I think that's when she, myself, will ascend in the Game of Thrones and stuff like that. That's how I believe Sansa goes. So those are the two important things. So she got the one Sansa with Littlefinger. She's learning about the lying and everything else, but she hasn't gotten what Marjorie got. And you see Marjorie go right to work on time and sneaks right up in the bedroom with him. And this dude, this kid looked like I would have looked if a woman like that at my age jumped in my bedroom and didn't want my mom to know or nothing like that. Happy as a motherfucker, son. Happy boy. He was like, sit on the bed with me. Oh, this is Mr. Pounce. Yeah, Mr. Pounce. And a lot of people in the books didn't know if they were going to use Mr. Pounce because they aged him up, and they still use Mr. Pounce appropriately. So everyone got your little Mr. Pounce, your cat lovers, or your Peter. You got it. So you be happy and stuff. You got Mr. Pounce. And you got another scene of how disgusting Joffrey still is, that he was going to skin Mr. Pounce alive, straight up, and it's just the way he gets down. So you get all that on that scene. And everything else. So basically from there we have to go to almost the title role of the Oath Keeper and Brienne. So first you see Cersei and Jaime. Jaime's out there, he's fighting with Bronn again, and he's trying to get better. And as you can see, what he's trying to develop is more of a street level fighting style, more of a rough and tumble, not to be as crisp as he used to be. Because before, I'm sure when he had his right hand, he was technically sound, so everything was right by the boom, 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 and you're dead. And now he can't do those maneuvers like that, so he has to develop a different style, you know, a dirtier tactic style, win at any means necessary type style, more of a Jeet Kune Do, be like water type style. And Bronn's trying to teach him, you know what I mean? Just like, you know, Bruce Lee said it before, you know, a belt is only good to hold up your pants. Doesn't matter how many colors or stripes on it. In a real street fight, it means nothing. Nothing at all. And you know what I mean? So he showed him, he grabbed, you know, you can come in here, I'll take your hand and smack you with it. That's what you get, son. Back up. And he's showing him like that, and he's telling him basically, you know, Tyrion thought you had his back, thought you loved him. This is when you need him the most. He needs you the most. You're going to be there for him. So he goes straight up there and takes it, and is like, no doubt about it. He goes there, he starts talking to Tyrion, and basically, you know, you see the line. This is basically when the first time you really hear Tyrion say, "This is, you really think I'm gonna kill your son?" And he's like, "You really think I'm gonna kill your brother? Come on, you think I'm gonna kill you? You think I'm gonna kill you?" Because basically, the first time you hear them all basically admitting that this kid is there, just out in the open and stuff like that, and this everything else. So they're just blatant with that. So he says he's gonna help Tyrion out, and I guess the help he gives Tyrion is to get Podrick with Brienne. And I like the way that came about, but before that, he goes and he talks to Cersei, and Cersei, before he talks to Tyrion, he talks to Cersei, and Cersei's, you know, asking him to kill him, straight up, you know, kill Sansa Stark. Which then, you know, when he goes and he talks to Tyrion about Sansa, and he's like, you know, Sansa's not a killer yet, you know what I mean? Tyrion's starting to understand a little bit who put this into play, I think, from him saying that. Alright, so then he goes out, and he's like, I gotta get Sansa back. So he takes his sword, gives it to Brienne. Brienne names it Oath Keeper, and that sword is bad motherfucking ass, son. I wish it was like back in the sword days. I really do. It would be so much better in this world. No guns. and stuff like that. So much better. Anyway, but yeah, so, and then you see Podrick, he gets the axe of Tyrion used in the Blackwater, and he's gonna squire for her, and she gets this badass new armor, and everything else, and he tells her, go keep your vow, go keep your oath, and everything else. So basically, Brienne is just going off with this dude, and it's basically to keep her and Jaime's armor. I think she thinks by doing this, she's going to help Jaime get his honor back, because he told her to do it. He gave a Valyrian steel sword for her to go save Sansa Stark, so she's able to do this. Kind of helps him out and helps his honor out, because obviously, if they looked in the book, you see he has nothing of value in the book at all, and stuff like that. So, no Stannis. Very disappointing. No Stannis. Every time I see Dragonstone in the beginning, I'm hoping that they got something to Stannis, and no Stannis. No Stannis at all. No Arya. None of that. So I won't be forgetting her like I forgot her last week. So we got to just go right to the main thing in this story, and this is Bran. Bran getting bagged up. Alright, so none of this like this happens in the books this way, Bran in it. And first you go with Locke, this dude at the wall. And when I seen him there at the wall, I wasn't sure if it was him, if it was someone. Because you know sometimes in these movies, when you get some dirt in your face and the hair is long, it can be sewn up. But so fast, they got him right there. And he's there, to assassinate Jon Snow instead to take Jon out when he gets a chance and stuff like that. So basically, right when he gets there, he gets to see that Jon is pretty nice with the sword. So by him seeing that, he's got to show that he's nice with his sword and let Jon know what's going on with him. So he gets up there and just knocks the shit out of this dude real quick. Pop, 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 right hand, boom, drops him. And that's all, you know what I mean? So he does all that, gets that like that. So now he goes right over. As soon as he does it, he's like, you can fight. You should have took it easy on that guy. But he noticed straight up he could fight. So then you have Jon, he's in there, and it seems like it was Jon's idea to have Sam put her in Molestown. And Sam's all pissed off about it, saying, why would you do it? And he's saying it's the best place. And Sam's like, so all the stuff, the stupid reasons that people said, in the comments and everything, like Sam would, why would you do it? Because they're going to raid him. Obviously, Sam knows it's stupid to say it. He said it. It's stupid for him to put everything in there. They're going to raid it and stuff like that. But Jon's just like, they could raid here. They can raid anywhere, so it ain't safe anywhere. Just keep her out the way right now. We can't protect her. We can't keep the baby right here, and that's it. So then he does that, gets that done. They have that conversation. While they do that, they start talking about Bran. Now, it's not unsure if this dude exactly heard if Bran is there at the wall, after the wall, up at the place, or Crash's Keep or not. It's not really clear, because then Jon gets called up, Thorne, to go up there and meet in front of these dudes, Janos Flint and them. So now you have the conspiracy developing of Janos Flint trying to knock Jon off. You can see telling him, listen, the best thing is to send him up there to these guys who killed George Mormont, and let them deal with him, and hopefully he gets killed up there, because this guy is a threat. People like him and stuff like that. And this guy is not really seeing how much of a threat he is until he tells Jon to go. He can go up there to Crash's Keep, and when you get up there to Crash's Keep, you can only take volunteers. So when Jon turns around, he gets volunteers. He gets at least 15, 20 heads. They stand up quick. So that's what gives this guy like, you're right. You're right about Jon. He is pretty popular. We may have to take care of this dude. So hopefully he goes down there. So then it brings you to this scene. So then you got Locke going there too, which presents an element that I had never seen coming, which is great. So I don't know what's going to happen there. As a book reader or whatever, I have no idea what's going down right now. So then they get up in there, and this dude is sitting on the throne there. And I'm telling you, when I see him sitting there on the throne, drinking that right out of the skull of Walmart, just took off the flesh and just dried it out and drinking, using it for a cup. He looks like the Night King. I mean, I guess he can't be, but it just gives me that eerie vibe. Now, this is a good actor, this guy playing this part. And it looks like, I can't see his time lasting that long. You know what I mean? So he's there, and then he's drunk, this challenging everybody, and they just grabbing everyone to Crash, his wives and everything else. Now the baby comes out, and then when the baby comes out, they start screaming, "Gift to the gods, gift to the gods, gift to the gods." So they got to put the baby out there. Now, that's weird to me that they think of the White Walkers as gods. That they are the gods themselves. So, that they are the great other, or the minions of the great other. But they're acting like they are gods. They're the gift to the gods, calling the White Walkers the gods. So the gods we know of is the great other, and then you have the gods of the seven, and then you have the red god. So it makes me think now, is the red god, is he a being like the White Walker? But there's a billion White Walkers, so it can't be a billion gods. It's going to be one. So it's just, I don't know. It gets a little nuts. But that's good, because they have not said anything like this in the books. And then you see she puts the baby out there, which gets Bran and them out up there. And Bran wants to go check it out. Now Bran goes up in there and walks right up into the skin, changes right into its ghost, and he sees the ghost is captured. He gets out there and he gets knocked out. Now I'm assuming he got knocked out by a White Walker. That's what it seemed like to me. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seemed like, so I don't know what's up with that wolf. So now they go over there and they track him, and then they wind up getting bagged up. Now these dudes just got Hodor torturing Hodor, and Hodor is damn big. He's towering over these dudes. It would just seem he just have to grab and just twist any one of them, just snap him up anytime he wants. He could just do it. He's damn dumb big compared to. So they got them all bagged up and tied up. And you got Jon coming up there, which leads into a very interesting spot. If Jon and them are going to cross paths. Because in the books, they do not cross paths. I don't think that's a spoiler or anything, but they do not. So it'd be weird to see if they do, if they keep it like that, or they don't. So then, you had them all caught up, and then basically we have to go into this scene right here. And basically it was said before that we were going to travel further beyond the wall if we ever did in the next Winds of Winter book, which isn't out yet, that we were going to go to the land of always winter. And it seems like we have. Now, it's funny to me a lot of times when you see a lot of like the preview things from clips from the beginning of the year, and people try to say exactly what they are, how wrong everybody is every year. Wrong, wrong, wrong. That was supposed to be Cold Hands. That was supposed to be a lot of different people. Alright? And it was none of the above. So it's a regular White Walker. Now, I guess a god. Alright? The White Walker's a god. I guess a god, White Walker. It's like Sam killed a guy. Sam the Slayer. So then you see him, he grabs the baby up and he's walking with the baby and stuff like that. And this is a raggedy ass White Walker. He's got, his cloak is raggedy and stuff like that. And he goes all the way to the land of It's Always Winter. And then now when I first seen this, alright, and I kept thinking, when I was watching it, I kept looking at the screen, looking at the clock, looking at the screen, looking at the clock, looking at the screen, looking at the clock. Because I thought it was just going to end. Right then, every time it cut off to a different scene, I thought it was going to end. I was like, oh, they're not going to show it. So then when they showed it, I was very surprised. Now, when I initially seen this, and he put the baby down, now you can see that that's a bummy-ass White Walker. So now we have met the soldier White Walkers, which basically are bums. Their clothes are just tattered and everything else. These other dudes' clothes were sharp. Right? Now, I don't know, and maybe I was off, and I guess I was, probably. When I first seen it, I thought it was a woman, White Walker, when that was walking over to the baby. That's what I thought. I thought I'd seen like some type of breast, but it could have just been the straight thing that he had on. But I thought it was a woman. That's what I initially thought, it was a woman, White Walker. I don't know if it was or whatever. Even the close-up, it's hard to tell. Is that a crown on the head? Or is that just spikes coming out of the head? Or is that horns? And that horns signify that it's a crown. So basically, we see that the White Walkers have a highly structured system. Alright? These are not brutes These are not just raiders like the Thens or nothing like that. This is a highly educated deity that is coming down on Westeros, confirmed by their clothes and the magic they're able to cast. And it seems like from the magic they cast that they take that baby and they're turning it to a White Walker. Now, and that also makes me think that maybe that, I don't know if it was a woman or not. Now, maybe it wasn't a woman, because maybe that's why they need the babies to reproduce, and they have to do that. And now I'm not sure if that's what he did, if he turned that baby to a White Walker. I'm assuming that that's what he did and stuff like that. So you have an army of Craster's babies out there that are White Walkers, plus any other sacrifices that they got and stuff like that. So that's crazy in itself. Out there, that has to mean something and stuff like that. The orc and then the number of that baby and stuff like that. Would that baby become the head, or would that become the head of the White Walkers and stuff like that? Or that the prophesized baby that they were waiting for, or something like that. Or is that really a woman and stuff like that? And that's the way women make men White Walkers, that they're able to touch them, and that's how they turn. Because I'm not sure. I'm still not sure if that was a woman or not. I don't know what it was. But initially, when I watched it the first time, I thought it was a woman White Walker, and I thought that's what we were seeing. But I know we're definitely seeing a higher up of our White Walkers. Whether it was male or female, I don't think. I don't know. I'm not going to say either way. It could have been either. I'm sure most likely it probably was male. But for some reason, I thought it was a female when I first seen it. But this episode is why you watch Game of Thrones. Why you watch this thing. Because it was phenomenal. Straight up. And this was great. 8.5. I wish it was closer to the end of the season so I can give it a higher rating. But I got to stick with that. That's what the Don say. 8.5. And that's a phenomenal rating. I do not think I left out any other PowerPoint that I can put in there. It's hard, you know what I mean, I don't want to just recap the whole episode and stuff like that and just go right through it and stuff like that. So that's basically what it was. But this was a great episode straight up. So let me tell you straight up to all my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. If you like this, please subscribe. Please, like I said, I don't got a Twitter account or anything like that, but you do. So if you have a Twitter account, please share my videos on your Twitter account, your Facebook account. Tell your friends, subscribe, like, one up, thumbs up, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Let's get this going. Let's get these subscriptions up. Let's get these views popping so we can keep it up and do even better videos and stuff like that. So, thank you to all my new subscribers. Stay with this house. Roll with us and stuff like that. I'm going to tell you straight up, I got a couple of House Teflon collabos in the works and stuff like that on the low. So I'm going to get into those soon enough. And we're going to have some fun on those and staying like that and getting in and stuff like that. But until then, I'm going to be back at you with another season 4. Wow, 4 episodes now. We halfway through it already. Flying through this season. And this was a great episode again. Especially, it's an episode where you can just, like I said, it's not a lot of action, but a lot of adventure. Move real fast right through it. Boom, 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 boom. I watched it 3 times. That tells you. And the other episode I only watched once, and that was it. So maybe I should have probably took more time and thought this through, but I just had to get this out there as quickly as I humanly could and stuff like that and everything else. So yo, as always, this is the Don, Tony Teflon, House Teflon. We pull the strings. Peace. As always, get at me. Comment. Subscribe. I'm digging you. Feeling you. Peace.